Kia 2 Technical. Today, as you can see, I do currently have a Samsung Galaxy Tab S10 Ultra. I ended up trading in my Tab S8 Ultra Samsung to get this one because this one has better battery life than the Tab S8 Ultra, because the Tab S8 Ultra is a 2-year-old device. This one came out in 2024. Some of you may be like, Kia, why didn't you just go on and get the Tab S11 Ultra? I didn't want to get that one because the simple fact, I liked that this still had access to the Bluetooth X pen, and then it charges it once you plug the S pen up. That is a main reason why I wanted to get the Tab S10 Ultras, because it still had the Bluetooth capability, so I could be in the camera app if I wanted to, and I would just be able to press and hold this, and it will be able to take a screenshot or just record the video when I get all of that set up. And you all know that they removed that feature on the new tablets, and this is still good to have, and I got it for a good price with the trade-in, so that is why I went this route. But I can say I will miss the processor on the Tab S8 Ultra, because we all know those had the Snapdragon processor. Now we're getting a MediaTek Dimensity processor, and I'm not too familiar with those processors. I believe a lot of people out of country, over the seas, get those kind of processors in their device. I heard that it's capable, but I'm still going to miss Snapdragon, because I was used to having Snapdragon in my smartphone. I don't know what Samsung thoughts were when they switched. I don't know if it's supposed to. I don't know if it's going to be better than the Snapdragon or worse. I'll have to test that out. I don't know if it's supposed to perform better and help with the battery better. I don't know, but I just needed the same size tablet, just a newer one with a tad bit more battery life, because that Tab S8 Ultra was a used device and the battery had degraded. You know, even if I would have gotten a brand new Tab S8 Ultra, which was hard to find, I still don't think I would have had good battery life on that device, just because it was old. But that device wasn't a slouch, because it had recently got the latest software update that your Tab S10 Ultra is running, and that, you know, it was going to get the same software update that your Tab S11 Ultra was running. Of course, the Tab S11 Ultra has a tad bit bigger battery than this tablet, a better MediaTek Dimensity processor, but this still should do what I need it to do. Of course, with that tablet, this tablet is still the shape and form of the Tab S8 Ultra. It has the 2 cameras up front. That tablet only has 1 camera up front, but that is not a problem for me. I did not pick this tablet up for taking photos and so on and so on, but we can go into the camera app since I am talking about it. You could probably get some decent photos, but I wouldn't go out and try to take photos and videos with this tablet, because it's a tablet. You know, I would be okay if they made tablets to where they didn't have cameras on there. But this is what it would look like if you do want to get it for photos, you know. It's going to be okay, but I wouldn't go pick this tablet up for photos or videos. I mainly picked this tablet up to replace my Tab S8 Ultra for a lot of video edited, a lot of thumbnail making, because it's a big canvas, and I did enjoy doing that on my Z Fold 7, but I don't always want to do that on my phone. So I wanted to get a big enough tablet and a powerful enough tablet that I would be able to have that capability. And I know some of you will be like, well, it's not as powerful as getting an iPad. The reason why I didn't go the iPad route is because this came with an S Pen. If you get an iPad, you have to buy the iPad, and then you have to go pay and buy the Apple Pencil. And I've had an iPad before, and I just don't do a lot of video editing with the iPad. I'd rather have an Android device because I don't know, I'm just used to using the Android and Samsung, I guess, ecosystem, even though I do have an iPhone though, and a Mac Mini. But that is what drew me to this tablet, because I got it for a decent deal. It still had the Bluetooth capability. It was still fairly new. Like I said, this is just a year old, so I'm not missing out on too much. Of course, it may not have the latest software just of yet, but it's okay because it's gonna get it. Even though the Tab S11 Ultra has it already, it's gonna get it. But it does currently. When I unboxed this, it was on the August 1st security patch. Right now, it's currently running the September security patch, even though now we're in December. But you know, that's okay. That's to be expected. I'm sure in a few more days or weeks, I may get a new update for November. But right now it's on the September 1st security patch. But it's not lacking a lot of features. I have all the AI features that the phone has and that the Tab S11 has, Ultra has. I have, the now bar. I can cut that on if I want to cut that on and use it on the display for different kind of notifications and so on and so on. And I do use that on my phone, so that's good to have it on the tablet. You do get 120 hertz refresh rate, even though I like to use a lot of my devices at 60 hertz, only because to help save battery. And even though this is on 60 hertz, it is running pretty smooth. Oh, and another thing, I heard that the Tab S11 Ultra gets a lot more brighter than your Tab S10 Ultra, but that's okay. I'm not really going to be outside with this tablet. This is pretty much something for if I'm traveling or if I'm just in a sit-down area like I am right now, or if I want to go in my front room or a kitchen, or so on and so on, to where I do not have to just be tied to the computer to try to do some video editing. I like to do my light video editing on the go because I really don't video edit the way a lot of professionals do. I just do light video editing, and this will take care of all of that for me. But I'm just going to go through some of the apps, video editing apps, that I'm going to be using on this device. So I do have Pinterest, KineMaster, Canva, CapCut, the regular camera, and then Filmora Go. So those are the video editing apps that I usually use. Oh, and I also have LumaFusion. I haven't learned how to use that just well yet, but that is something that I plan on diving deep into, because I had it on my iPad. Used it a little bit on my iPhone, and now it's available for Android. So why not try to use it on my Android device? I love that this is a big screen. As you can see, this is a 14 by 16 inch display. I feel like Samsung did a good job when they decided to come out with the Tab S8 Ultra, because that was their very first big immersive tablet. Of course, they always made tablets, but that was the very first one that had a 14 by 16-inch display, and I'm glad they came up with that, and I'm glad they kept that going. And I currently have my notification panel right there. I have it to where I get my notifications together. I didn't like having the notification panel and then having my notifications separate. So everything flows right for me. We can go to, let's go to the About device. This is the 256 gigabyte variant. This one does take up to 1 terabyte of storage, and with the Tab S11 Ultra, you're getting 2 terabytes of storage. But that's not a big problem for me. Like I said, I can get me an SD card and throw it in there, 1 terabyte, and be good to go. I'm not going to be saving that much on here. Pretty much just probably like thumbnails, videos, some B-roll, some A-roll maybe. I will use this for playing some light video gaming. I'm not a big video gamer, but I do like to play car racing games every now and then, and this will come in handy because of the big display. I will be using this for watching a lot of YouTube, scrolling social media, watching movies, so on and so on. But this is the battery that it currently has. Of course, the Tab S11 Ultra has a tad bit bigger battery than that, but I feel like this tablet will get me through what I needed to get me through, and it will do what I needed to do. So let me go to my storage so I can show you how much I am currently using after I had unboxed this and got everything set up. Let's see here. Alrighty, so here we are. Right now, since it's new, since I just got it, of course, it is learning my usage pattern, and it might be kind of off because I'm not going to be using this every day. Probably just every now and then. I don't know. I may use it to scroll social media if I don't want to use my phone, if I want to put my phone on the charger, but it's pretty big, so I don't know how much I'll use it in the bed. I do have to get a case and a screen protector for this tablet. But if there's any companies out there that wants to send me over a screen protector and some cases, I do have my email in the description. So like I said, this is 256 gigabytes of storage. I currently am only using 18. Well, my internal storage is 18 used. I'm using 46.4 gigs of 256 gigabytes of storage. Like I said, I probably won't use that much, and if I do a lot of more video editing and things like that, then that's where I will get me a SD card or get me a SSD and just plug it in and use it like that to save space, so the tablet is not getting too cluttered and too full to where it runs sluggish, because that is what I do not want to happen. I don't want this to start running sluggish and messing up. So we will see about that. But if there is some things you want me to do or test out or how-to videos on this, let me know and I will make a video if I can. I will catch you in the next video. I'm out.